All right, 7th grade Mountain Math, week 14, I think. Number 1, you need to convert this to a decimal. This is a division problem. All fractions are division problems, so you just need to divide 7 divided by 9. Give me your decimal here. I think you're going to get a repeated one on that one, so make sure if you have a repeated, all you need to do is write the amount or the first digits that repeat and put a little line over it. Is it rational or irrational? Well, rational means you can write it as a fraction. Well, guess what? We wrote it as a fraction. So that should tell you there. Number 2, we need to answer, and I want you to use the order of operations. This minus sign, this is negative, and it's technically multiplication because this is -1 times whatever this is. With order of operations, exponents comes before multiplication. So your answer should be whatever 10 to the second power is. Well, that's 10 times 10, 2 10s multiplied by each other. And then make sure you include a negative sign. Number 3, place these on a number line. Estimate for irrational numbers. Square root of 36, when we're talking square roots, this means what 2 numbers multiplied by each other make 36. So like, for example, the square root of 4 is 2, because 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 9 is 3. Because 3 times 3 is 9. The square root of 16, square root of 25, square root of 36. This is 4, 5, and 6. All right. Also note that this can also be -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6 because negative times a negative makes a positive. So it's positive and -2, positive and -3. So this one is positive and -6. And then the square root of 27 is one of these irrational numbers. 4, 9, 16, 25, 36 are perfect squares. And 27 is not a perfect square. 27 is kind of going to fit somewhere in the middle of 5 and 6. Somewhere in the middle of -5 and -6. Because 27 is in between 25 and 36. So, maybe like 5.1, 5.2, just kind of estimate. It says estimate, so just give me a good estimate. Put them on a number line for me. You should have 5 numbers marked on your number line because each of these has 2 separate answers, positive and negative. For number 4, 2 to the third power, well, that's 2 times 2 times 2. And we're going to multiply that by 2 to the second power, 2 times 2. We're going to multiply that by 2 to the first power. So this is 2 to what power? And then figure out what that equals. Number 5, we're going to use the associative property. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, well, actually, I can multiply these 2 things together, and then I can multiply these 2 things together. So I'm going to end up with 4.5 times 1.3. And I'm going to multiply that by 10 to the second times 10 to the third. So like we did on number 4, we said 2 to the third and 2 to the second, and it looks like this over here. Well, we're going to do that here. This is 10 to the what power? How many 10 to the power of 10s do we have? And then, and our answer needs to be in scientific notation, so that's why I'm leaving this times 10 to the something power. And we need to have a blank here. That's whatever 4.5 times 1.3 is. So that is going to go in this spot. And how many 10s do we have total? Well, we have 2 of them here. We have 3 of them here. They're all multiplied by each other. So what is our exponent?